So many amazing characters we had today, we've seen today. Naturally born talents. Really, it was really fun to watch you guys, everybody. We didn't have to go to school of acting and we did well, no? You did well. It was great fun to watch like a spontaneously arising performance. Okay, so if you have any questions, welcome. I wonder if the silence means that you are so content that there is no question, which might happen, of course. Or it's different. Somebody who didn't speak yet would like to share something?
Hello.
Hey.
Nobody was coming, so I have a question. And
What? What happened?
somebody left the door open upstairs, the window,
Ah,
the roof window, and the learning is just
the room. Ah, okay.
okay. Szerintem igen. Oh, yes. So yesterday or today was that meditation when we was just seeing this piece. Is it complete? Is it fulfilled, or there is any lack? Or yes. And yes. So the piece is fulfilled, is sacrificed, it is okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yes. No. Satisfied.
Peace is satisfied. Peace is happy.
But always a thought coming, but that is not, the peace is not clarity, is it not? Because
So how do you understand clarity then?
yes, clarity is the seeing itself.
Mm-hmm.
When everything is just happening, but nobody is there who is happening with. It is just the seeing itself. But peace is peace. Peace is changing as well.
But
And
also you have to inquire one thing. It's good to inquire one thing. It's good to see what is the outcome actually of clarity. It's not enough to say clarity. I mean, in a way it is enough, but if we have complaints around it, it means we didn't fully investigate the nature of clarity.
yes,
So I would like to go to this a little bit deeper. Because, okay, clarity is neutrality. Everything happens in it. It's empty. It's clarity about everything. Everything happens in it. So then, why sometimes in clarity there is tension and we identify as this tension? if we go a little bit deeper into investigation and we really stay in the clarity, we will have to see that it actually has these three attributes, Sat, Chit, Ananda. It really does. Of course, peace itself, happiness itself, bliss itself, this is not a thing. Too fast?
It's okay if it's okay like this for you.
For me it's good. Great, actually.
No, if I'm not disturbing you. Because
No, you're very good. So once again, repeat it because this is important.
megismétlem, mert ez nagyon fontos.
Happiness,
Boldogság,
peace,
béke,
and bliss,
és maga a gyönyör,
these are outcomes when we really
ezek a következményei.
are in the clarity, actually.
Amikor ebben a tisztánlátásban, ebben a tisztánlátásban,
Because then we can delude ourselves.
különben be tudjuk csapni
We can lie too subtly to ourselves. Or we can wait
hazugságba,
for some other clarity, or we wait for something.
igazolásra, hogy várunk
It is invitation for this patience to go deeper.
erre a türelemre, hogy mélyebbre menjünk.
When there is a clarity about things, that there is no a doer,
Van ez a tisztánlátás, hogy nincsen meg a cselekvő, nincs
there is just spontaneous unfoldment.
spontán.
Okay, so go a little bit deeper into it, experientially, not intellectually, but experientially. And I would ask you a question. If this unfoldment from the clarity is not peace,
Abból a tisztánlátásból ez nem maga a béke.
For me, it's more than like laugh or
like what?
like joy, like.
Nekem ez inkább olyan, mint egy öröm.
The joy is also outcome.
Yes, yes,
Öröm is csak egy
yes. I think maybe I didn't put the question in a good way.
Okay, try
So,
again.
If I start from a really bad emotion,
egy nagyon rossz érzelmi állapot.
in which way will I go? Because now I feel two different way. One is just accept it and this give the peace.
But
One-
you
one
see,
is-
we are
Yes,
just complicated
but
simple
it's-
thing a bit too much. Okay, but I have a feeling that you try to do it from the mind a little bit.
Érzésem, hogy az agyadat használod nagyon nehéz.
It's like we could do something. It's nothing we can do.
Nem cselekedni.
Yes, but what we was doing, for example, I don't know which day. Then you said first just find a peace, and this is the time for the investigation, you know.
És ez, amit én így vizsgálom.
And for me, I don't know. This is
But for you,
okay. Yes. Just please, can I tell?
okay.
So it's just always happens spontaneous. Is
Always what?
spontaneous. Because when you said
Történt velem. Yes.
because when you said now this is a time for investigation,
Ez most itt az időpontja.
I cannot do anything with this because
Tudtam csinálni.
yes. So how to investigate without the mind? Because I never done this with my mind. It was always just happened outside of me.
What
Not-
happened?
Kívül történtek.
What happened?
What happened? Then I could see the mind
Azt, hogy tudtam
from distance.
Are you able
But-
to see now, mind?
Now, no, not now.
You are not able to see the mind now.
nem tudod látni az elmét most.
Yes, in a way.
You know, you are excited. You know what's the thing with you? You are overexcited about your interpretations often.
Izgatott vagy arra, hogy értelmet.
And you are, how to say it in English? You are indulging yourself in these events. I noticed this not the first time on this retreat. I noticed this in India. I noticed this in previous retreats. Something in you got excited in some
Valami
these
nagyon
moments.
lett, és beszippantott,
And you believe, something in you believes
valami benned
that this moment, only in this moment you have clarity, let's say.
ebben a pillanatban
These moments are spontaneous reactions.
ezek teljesen spontán reakciók.
These reactions are seen.
Ezeket a reakciókat
It is not
látod.
about constant, like, oh, wow, I get it, or something like that. Of course, couple of times, yes.
Persze néha megtörténik,
But this is not about that.
de ez nem erről.
Something in you is like
Valami van.
excited about it. So there is some belief in it that you have to be somehow spontaneous this way all the time.
Azt hiszed,
Just
hogy
please be with me on this one.
legyél velem.
But just notice that you cannot be all the time like this.
Nem tudsz mindig így.
You don't have to even.
Nem kell mindig így létezned. De azt hittem, hogy
So you wanna copy me?
le akarsz másolni.
Don't.
Nem,
Don't.
nem.
Don't copy anybody.
Senkit sem másolj le.
Don't copy anybody. Don't. It's. I have no teaching about it.
Nincsen tanításom ezzel.
The teaching doesn't come from this personality.
A tanításom nem a személyem.
And you might have this revelation, but you might also have revelation in suffering.
De még a szenvedésben is van felismerés.
Or you might have a revelation in really like being like this also.
Állapotban is jön egy felismerés.
Don't. Something in you heard about these excitement moments,
Ami hallod benne.
and you like it, of course.
Ez a hatalmas.
But don't indulge yourself in there, because it's not about those moments. Really.
Nem erőjelben az egyetlen dolog.
Those moments arise when you are empty, yes,
Pillanatok megjelennek benned,
but it's not only in those moments.
nem csak ezekben,
It's always.
jelenik meg mindig.
Always accept yourself. Always take this. Not in these short moments of revelation, haha.
Nem csak akkor, amikor
An interpretation, oh yeah. Really, it's not like that.
ott vagy.
It's our mind
Ez a már
overexcited in those moments. Sometimes it is spontaneous, but if you notice that you wait for something like this,
hogyha vársz egy ilyen,
it's gonna be tiring.
ez nagyon fárasztó.
It's gonna be tiring. You will be frustrated once you don't have it.
Frusztrált leszel tőle, amikor nincs jelen.
So,
És
okay, so first see it.
először lásd mindezt.
First see this, as I said, how to say it?
Hogyan is mondjam el neked ezt?
Misinterpretation, actually.
Ezeket a félrefordításaidat.
The mistake you are making. You are making mistake by believing
Amit elkövetsz.
that the enlightenment is in those moments.
Elhiszed, hogy maga a megvilágosodás.
It might be a break of the mind, but not only then.
Egy szünet az elmétől, de nem csak ilyenkor.
Don't look for these moments.
Ne keresd ezeket a pillanatokat.
I'm really normal person, really. Like there is nothing like wow about me, really. If I was like this all the time, like I would be really tired with myself. There was time when there was some kind of energy going out, and there was a little bit of that,
Volt ebből részem nekem is.
but then it was gone.
De utána elment.
And I can really be like with everyone, and I'm really normal.
Teljesen normális.
And I don't find I'm lacking something because I don't have this excitement.
Azért, mert nincsen ez az extatikus élmény.
The awakening is with us all the time,
Felébredés mindig velünk,
not in particular moment.
nem csak bizonyos pillanatokban.
Don't wait for a particular moment, because this is waiting is suffering.
A várakozás maga az,
Conditioning ourselves is suffering.
a kondíciókat állítunk magunk elé, az maga a szenvedés.
And you maybe, you saw some things like that in satsang. You experience this relaxation or this freedom of mind for a moment. And your mind took it later. Your mind came up later and said, okay, this is it. And now bring it to me. Bring it to me, baby, non-stop.
Non-stop legyen ez
Oh my God.
életemben 0-24-ben.
You will be super tired.
Szuper fárasztó.
It's not about that.
Nem erről szól.
In this moment, which can be super boring,
Ez a pillanat szuper
it's super great. It's full enlightenment here.
lehet, teljesen megvilágosodott.
It's not an achievement, really.
Ez nem egy valami, amit el akarsz érni.
It's more like the desire to have something special or have something specific expires. Expires. This desire to have something specific is all fuels goes out. And then whatever is given is fine. And I mean right now. When you go into belief that this is enlightenment or this is good, you are denying this moment actually. You are saying to yourself, this moment is really not fun. We are constantly doing this. We are constantly doing it in many variations, you know. We have to cut up ourselves in this play. We are playing there with ourselves. These are outcomes. These are not. This is a not thing. Spontaneity. If I would like to imagine somebody believes the enlightenment is about spontaneity, but without depth, without understanding of it. So we will try everybody to be super spontaneous all the time. I already have a headache. I already have a headache to imagine this. So much work, so much suffering I have to put on myself to do it. And actually I will be fake from the beginning. Or I can believe God at some point, from time to time, will be sending me this spontaneously. So I'm sitting like this. Give me. Why didn't you give it me today yet? I'm waiting. Come. I'm closed, but you come. Come, and I'm waiting. Why aren't you coming? I go somewhere else. He's not coming. I don't like this one. I go somewhere else. I go to another satsang. Give me. Give me. Give me. You get what I'm trying to show, to see?
Because that would be then other question you already answered about this determination or free will, or can I do something, or just it will just happen because it's already done, everything is done. But
yeah, but there is, nothing is absolutely passive or absolutely, active. We cannot say in life like this, because it's too ultimate sentence. It's nothing in lifeless like this. If we will say very strong statement, life will show us absolute opposite of it. That's why it's not catchable. But the one thing I can say for certain, that the awareness is always here. And awareness is now. And you don't have to look for awareness in the future, for enlightenment in the future. This is recipe for suffering, for journey. There is no condition to wake up, that I have to be happy, spontaneous, the way you are, like now, with everything. You are already taken by awareness, by God, like this. So don't try to imitate Him. You don't have to. Really, 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 you don't have to. You don't have to add even like this, nothing. These flowers are not trying to dress up. They are just like they are. Like the trees, like anything else.
A fák sem.
You also, you don't have to add anything.
Neked se kell hozzáadnod semmit. Minden úgy jó, ahogy van.
Okay, thank you, Nitya.
Thank you.
Rendben, köszönöm, Nitya.
It's not a question, I just would like to share something.
Egy kérdés lesz, nem csak szeretnék megosztani veletek valamit.
I feel like the interest in satsang or the need for satsang is disappearing.
Úgy érzem, a szükség, az érdeklődés a szatszang után lassan elhalványul, eltűnik bennem.
And even when you asked in the morning that how is silence, actually I felt like it means nothing. It means nothing for me right now. And I also saw that okay, maybe I wouldn't show this. You know, it should mean something. But actually, I felt like it means nothing. And I wouldn't say that. I would say that there is. I need something, some reminders, sometimes that, like when you said now that okay, it's just everything is okay how it is. But like the talking about it just makes me tired and exhausted. Yeah, that's all I wanted to share.
Good. Good. You know, do you earn this face and respect this face, you know? It might be till the rest of your life, and then at some point you might, you know, have a, you know, spontaneously coming for satsang. Yeah, wow, different approach, you know? But it just naturally arises this way because you search nothing, no? I also remember a funny situation with myself, which was super surprising for me, because I was like this for quite a time. Yeah, there was nothing, but I still booked myself for a retreat with Muji in London. I still booked myself. I really didn't know why. And I was sitting in the retreat in London. It was like 5 days or something to satsang daily. And to be honest, I didn't hear one sentence, nothing. I was just sitting there. I wasn't bored. It was not like I was even listening. I was just there. There was nothing, really. But I wasn't in that time actively even listening to what Guruji was said, because the active listening was before, very, very super present. But this retreat is like, I could not find any reason for me to be there. Nothing. And my mind also didn't comment. I mean, what are you doing? Just go out. It wasn't even that. And the most surprising thing was that there was a last day. Satsang finished. Satsang finished, and suddenly something happened. I couldn't move from the chair. I could not move. I even could not say what happened. But it wasn't in words. It wasn't in understanding. So I just trust that life knows what it's doing. Moving us in some places. But that was like, there was no reason. There was no reason I could find. And that was like very important confirmation for me that. But I'm not telling for you to wait for something, because there is nothing to wait. I just don't have to understand anything, to be honest. Why am I here even? I don't have to have a reason. Just thank you. Because I also think that till that time, subtly I could say I understand something. Subtly I still could say that I understand something. Or that or that there is some knowing. But then everything was washed away completely. And really, the words were not needed. They were there, but I could not recognize myself even recognizing words, understanding them. Nothing was filtered, but apparently it was important. So really, we really don't have to even know why we are here. We have our reasons, we have our ideas, why, what for, but our reasons will be fulfilled, but also something else is happening, which you might not understand now, but you might understand it later. Or you might not understand, but know it deeper. Yes.
Yes. So this what you're saying now. It is very much with me like this time, because when I was booking tickets here, it was like didn't make any sense, like completely.
Yes. It's great.
But it happened, Yes.
Yeah, and this is also what's showing us that ultimately we are not doers. Life is just taking us on the head and little bit from Poland, little bit from Hungary, little bit from Estonia.
But same also, I remember when I was a couple of times in Sahaja, it also felt this way. like it was. What's the point? You know, like it doesn't make any sense for the mind to the mind. No sense at all. And I see definitely like you reflecting to me a lot of things which are difficult for me, you know. And in fact, there was a lot of thoughts like I don't want to, like argument almost. Like I don't want to go there.
I don't want to go there. Please. Again, satsang with her. Oh.
Same buttons.
Ah. Oh no. It's good. You see, it's really good. It's like it can. We from inside knows what it does. It doesn't have to even have mental understanding what, but the universe is not making mistake. You know.
I feel definitely something is going on, cooking on the underneath. You know this.
Cooking is always great. We think that when we feel blissful, great on satsang, this is good satsang. Not necessarily, to be honest. Really, it's not about only having great bliss, because it's about really about truth and getting rid of false. Where it's sometimes difficult, it just go out faster. When it's easy, we still have some protection. You know, we still have protection. Oh, he will hug me a little bit. It's so nice with him. Go where it's hard. Sometimes it's better. Sometimes, you know, it's not a rule, but...
And I also noticed that I get upset very easily, you know? And you help me to get upset.
You know, this is so funny. This is... You translate?
I couldn't hear the last
Yeah.
one.
That I'm helping him to get upset.
Segítek neki, hogy elkeseredett legyen.
Yeah, you know, but it's so many things like this happens in general with people, but I have no clue about it. Sometimes I do, but mostly I don't.
Nem sokszor nem is tudok róluk, nem mondják el nekem, hogy miket váltok ki belőlük.
Yeah, so it's But you know, be curious. You know, life is so great. I love life for that. Life for this. I really love it. For that in some situations, we don't know why. Suddenly, like, oh my God, things arises inside. I love it. To be honest, I love it. Then I'm like, oh, let's have a look. What is this? And just staying with it, staying with the patience with it, and it's usually shows something about our attachments, about something which is false, which is falling apart. I had a lot of things like that with my master, with Muji. Oh, many things. And I'm really grateful for that. It wasn't so easy. It was great.
Oh, and I noticed also, because things are moving, you know, like also my attitude towards you is changing. And before, I was taking very personally things you were posting or saying, like this is definitely related to me or something. So the mind was going like this, you know. And because there is, you know, a lot of going on around guilt and blame and judgment, you know, inside me. And now I see more through this, and I see like you don't aim to anyone particularly.
Yeah.
You know, and your will is not to judge someone, you know, or like this. yeah, it is difficult to see through this.
Yeah.
You know, it's so real sometimes. It's like,
But I'm happy what you say. I'm happy you see this.
it's really like, you know, it sometimes is, no, it's more on now.
But you
like,
know, if you have it, if you have as like, you know, when you read the post and you take it, when you take it like, oh my God, she's speaking about me or something like that.
personally,
It's great.
yeah.
This is great. It's like, look what's happening then. Look what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Because usually it speaks about our fears, our attachments.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, so it's so it's great.
But before it was like there was no space.
Yeah.
Like no.
It was just punishment, yeah, or it was
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
And now it's more, as you saying now, you know, I see the reaction, and oh wow, this feels so real and so like me, but somehow I know it is not,
Yeah.
and it is like, like there's a lot of it. It's scary, you know, how much of it is here, you know.
It's less and less.
Yeah. Yes.
It's
Yeah.
less and less.
Stuart said that this is beginning. This is beginning. Yeah. And I was not happy with this.
I mean, come on, Stuart. I'm a couple of years in Satsang. Just come on.
and there is another teacher I was listening a lot, John. That doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
But he said that I'll have something about I have to slowly die. Something like this. I was like, wow.
I mean, Satsang is about that. It's about slowly dying. Ourself, all the concepts, our imagination, about enlightenment, about spirituality, all of it. It's like slowly dying.
Yeah, just saying goodbye to some things, some mechanisms.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you much.
I am the man who was told that I can talk on Tuesday with you.
Today is Tuesday.
Yeah, and today is Tuesday. So I'm the Tuesday man. I have a small list a small list with me, so I don't forget to mention what I want to say. Because I don't sleep much, as you know. So I didn't want to read it up to you because at some point I seen that some of it, like half of it, is just stupidness.
Oh, you see, we save you guys. We save you because it was 2 days ago. You have to listen to it. I knew I'm gonna save you a bit. And myself?
Still, I feel like I'm in the first class, in the class that everyone is in the 8th class.
You know what? I'm telling you something. First class is the best class. If you are in 8th class, you are already screwed. I'm not joking. I'm really not joking, guys, serious. It's better to be in first class than in 8th grade, I'm telling you. Because then we pump up. Woo! Awareness, the self, everything. And then you know what's on the way? We are dumb often also.
És közben egyébként ugyanolyan
We lose the freshness. We are losing sometimes freshness. We think we know. So, to be honest, we all should be in first class in the beginner mind. Really, I'm not joking. Including myself. Fresh, knowing nothing, empty. This is, I wish you this attitude forever. I wish you not upgrading, really. I wish you not be advanced, because advance is false. I'm not joking here. We conditioned ourselves with the knowledge, with something. Just be empty, be beginner always. Empty. This actually teaching us about emptying ourselves from the knowledge. So this is great start. And in this opening you can just have a look how it is. How is a child born? Knows nothing. You can see child playing, quiet, enjoys. We have a knowledge, and at some point we lost the joy. Because when you say to the child when it's growing, look at yourself, look what you are doing, look at yourself. So from fun, it goes to like this. From joy, it contracts. Because look at yourself. Don't do this. It's not good. And with the spirituality, we can also do this way. Often we do it this way, which is crazy. Really crazy. True spirituality is really emptying this all shut out. Seriously. Better don't want to know. This way. It's really about being empty and not getting something. Even Christ said in the Bible that you will go to kingdom of heaven when you become like a child. What does it mean? If you have to be childish? No. But you will be not having this kind of interpretation. What is good? What is bad? You just bring yourself into the moment, the way the moment is, and not the way it should be. The knowledge says us how it should be. The knowledge gives us the rules how it should be, which is basically crazy. Now we are adult and we can see that it's possible to leave these rules. Not to be boss around some old knowledge from our parents' society. And now we don't have to be slave to our mind. Every time you hear the rule from here, you just leave it. It's old talking. Nothing fresh to it. It's just past talking. It's just mom, dad, or wife, or something else talking. Now as our own brain. Don't listen. Nothing fresh. Old, old, old. That's why the true transcendence is really not a strategy. We don't have a strategy here. Leaving it all out. Once it's appearing again, simply not listening to this, not taking it seriously. Because happiness, when we live through this concept, which the mind illuminates, we are really not happy. We always feel we are not in the right place. We always feel something is wrong. Where in reality, doesn't have to be this way.
Próbáltam
try to stay open very much. This is as much as I could. And to understand with my capacity what I can.
Great. It is a beautiful attitude. I love it. This is the best attitude. Really. Just keep this attitude. And don't wait. Keep this attitude. This practice here is about having this attitude.
Az egész gyakorlás itt erről szól, hogy ezzel a hozzáállással közelítsen meg. Voltak elvárásai.
I had expectations. But I can see this was my fault only. I think I'm over with it. I'm over with it.
Expectations. Fantastic, love it. Expectation, guys, please leave it. Expectation is suffering. It's hardcore suffering. It's never fulfilled. Luckily. Because then we have motivation to really get rid of it. Step out of it.
So this is Tuesday. This is where I am now.
Tuesday is good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We like Tuesday. We don't like Monday, but we like Tuesday. And also, one more thing I'm gonna say. Please look at your motivation and spirituality. Please look at your motivation. Is your motivation to gain something? Really? To gain peace? To really have nothing to do with these bad things? Really? I don't want to have anything to do with it. Because it is still pursuing object. This much motivation has to fail. And I wish you sooner to fail. Because you have to realize that in life there is everything. It's not only experience of happiness. It's everything. So it's better to have the motivation of truth, but not truth as something like truth. And truth will crush our imaginations. Truth will crush all your imaginations. All your expectations will crush. It's much greater than happiness, to be honest. Because happiness which you have, which you possess, it's really not happiness. You hear also many times that
És hallunk sok.
on this way to the clarity something dies.
Ahhoz, hogy a tisztassághoz eljussunk,
Our
meg
hopes,
kell halnia.
all hope have to die.
Reményeink, azoknak meg kell halnia.
The hopes,
A remények,
the expectations have to die.
az elvárások.
So it's really not like we achieve something. Actually, it is the opposite.
Nem az van, hogy valamit elérünk,
Really?
az ellenkezője.
Disappointment after disappointment after disappointment.
És csalódást.
This imagination just collapses.
Az elképzeléseink összeomlanak egymás után.
And then we are empty of expectations,
És akkor végre üressé válunk az
of hope,
elképzeléstől, a reménytől,
of waiting
a várakozástól,
for saving.
hogy visszatartunk valamit.
We are not dependent.
Nem vagyunk függetlenek.
It's just these things are expiring.
Nem vagyunk függők, bocsánat. Ezek a dolgok csak mind elmúlnak.
I hope the satsang is washing these things away.
Remélem, hogy a szatszang segít neked, hogy kimosd ezeket a dolgokat magadból.
It's so funny because I can feel that some of you don't believe me. That you hear this, but some of you think, yes, but
Hallgatjátok, de valaki
some of you hear me completely,
valaki teljes mértékben befogadja a szavaimat.
but still might be a little bit, I believe, but I don't want this. But some of you disbelieve.
Valaki teljesen nem hiszi, valaki elhiszi, és valaki elhiszi, de nem teljesen.
It's just life.
Ilyen az
It's
élet
just
is.
like. Mhm.
When you said, because it's, you're saying this quite often about disappointment.
Mhm.
That
Mhm.
enlightenment is disappointment.
Csalódottságról.
Wow, this is so like,
Ez annyira
Like-
beadja.
I was like, every time I was hearing this before, I was like, oh no, she's she's again saying this.
Megint
It's not encouragement at all, you know?
It's not encouraging, no?
nem bántom ezt hallani, nem is bántom.
Yeah, it's like, why is she saying like this? You know?
Miért mondja ezt így?
It's like, you know, it's almost like you would say, go away, go away. You know?
De ezt mondanám.
Yeah.
It's disappointment for the mind, no?
Csalódottság, de az elme számára.
I hope I can have something. No, go home. I hope I can get something. No, go home, leave me alone.
Megszerezhetnék, vagy nem.
I hoped
Menj haza, vagy
I will
végül.
be somewhere. No, just go home.
Nem, csak menj haza.
And it's like, what?
Mi?
So why am I even coming here?
Ide.
I'm just crazy, punishing myself, coming for this shit?
Yeah,
Ezért a szarért ide jöttem.
What am I doing here? Just please.
it's like masochistic.
It's like masochistic, almost. Yes.
Ide jövök, hogy szenvedjek.
And what is bringing me here?
Mi hoz akkor ide engem?
And then suddenly, you know,
Akkor valami.
you hate it, and then you started to understand what it means.
És aztán elkezded megérteni, hogy mit
The satsang is not for our ego, really, to get enlightened.
az egónkról
There is so many paths where you can get enlightened. Guys, please go there. You can get really enlightenment where you feel, yes.
Because mind believes it's happening something else,
Yeah.
and actually it's happening something else.
I love this disappointment. I love this disappointment because when this disappointment happens, it doesn't have to be once, it can be many times. Disappointment, so you are less of something every time. Every time less projection, less expectation, less imagination. When we are swallowing this. And then we are emptier of this. And then we are freer of this.
For the mind, it sounds terrible.
It's terrible. It's terrible for the mind. But we are not here to, we are here to get clarity, to get clear about things, be emptier and freer, independent.
To be it's like empty and available for life.
Yes.
To move for us. Yeah. And
Because, before that, we are only greedy. There is only greediness talking. Even if you want enlightenment, you are greedy. I want enlightenment, give me this enlightenment. Give me this enlightenment, give me this enlightenment. Because I don't want this. So then this thirst is misplaced wrongly. We see it here, but in the true satsang you hear it is not this. Leave it alone, leave it alone, leave it alone, and slowly it just leaves you. But our ego likes candles, no? Until we are tired even of the candles. The sweets. Sweets, we are candies, yeah. We are later on, they are too sweet for us, and we become sugar-free, So we have enough of sweetness.
yeah, when you can see it is not real, it is doesn't make it's
Doesn't make any
pointless.
sense.
Yeah, exactly, it doesn't make any sense.
This is what I mean, that when you get to know that something is false, really, you see it's false and you don't follow this. But when you don't see it as false, you disbelieve that this is false because Nitya or somebody told you. That's why I'm telling you, I told you guys yesterday, if you have this desire, you have to see if it's what it is. Not I can tell you for ages, and it will have no meaning if it will not be checked. So go for your desires, do everything. Seriously. You check, and then you come. Okay. Great, I'm happy, Maciek.
Thank you.
Thank you. I already feel that there is less of you. There is a little bit less of you. Please don't get upset. I know you'll be happy actually when there's less of you. First we have to... no. It's normal. It's also not about being good
Szóval arról se szól, hogy
here,
legyél itt,
being right.
igazad
Here.
legyen, helyes legyen.
Being good or right is still one too many.
Jónak lenni, vagy helyesen csinálni.
I want to be
még
good,
túl sok jó akarok lenni.
so I at least have myself good.
Tehát inkább én legyek jó.
It's also greedy.
Megint a mogóság.
I mean, I don't want to judge it. I just want you to see the motivation for
Csak akarom így
enlightenment.
mutatni, milyen motivációk lehetnek a megvilágosodásra.
Who you want to prove?
Kinek akarsz bizonyítani?
To whom do you want to prove anything?
Bármit is kinek bizonyítanál?
What do you want to have?
Mit akarsz megszerezni?
Is it good like this or not?
Ez most jó így?
Hello.
Szervusz.
I was sitting there, and since 1 hour, I want to say that, and I was thinking maybe if I sit here, it will come what I want to say.
Lehet, hogy inkább ide jövök, és innen mondom el, mit akarok mondani.
What do you want to say?
I didn't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't come. It's just that I want to say that I'm grateful for satsang, that
Örülök, hogy itt vagyok a Satsangon.
that the change happens even if it's not easy, but something
Történnek még akkor is tényleg könnyű.
changes. I can see.
Bizonyos változásokat látok.
Because something wanted to be more stable,
Valami
You know,
stabilabb akart lenni.
because to go or see beyond from this,
Mögé lehessen, vagy mögé láthasson ennek.
I'm either the absolute or I'm either a weak something. When some impression comes, and then the power is cut. You know.
And now how you see it?
Jön valami, és
Hmm?
And now how do you see it?
csapják, és most
Now I'm not at the end yet of this process,
Mm-hmm.
but it's something like moving beyond this, because
megy mindennek.
like the day before yesterday you said something that something is aware of the body and the mind, and then there was a breakthrough of this, and something started to
És valami
see this and come back from
látni
mm,
bennem.
So you are less involved in the play, no?
yeah.
Kevésbé
Great.
This is what I wanted.
Yeah.
része.
So you are less involved in the play.
Yeah,
Az egész
but not on a way that I can.
Not as a
understand or
strategy.
explain- Yeah, something like this.
So yes, very good. So there is less involvement in the play,
Yeah,
and it is not your strategy
yeah.
to do good.
stratégia, hogy ezt te így csinálod.
It's just less involvement in the play.
Egész egyszerűen
Yeah.
történt, hogy kevésbé vagy.
In the last weeks and during this Satsanga retreat, there was some,
Ezen az elvonuláson is
you say like deep intelligence, that is like not me, it's just like
intelligenciáról
just
beszélsz.
keep quiet, observe, because it will be good
Csendben,
anyway.
vizsgálj,
And somehow I felt this silence, like,
éreztem ezt
moving
a
beyond
csendet,
without
mögé menni, hogy
understanding mentally, like this and that, and she's like that, he's like that, and
figyelni,
somehow it was like this intelligence was saying shut up to my mind and my judgmental,
Yes.
I'm always judge what's happening, and because when everything is good, then wow, absolute awareness. And when something comes that triggers me, then it's like the mind says and brings me out from absolute awareness. Like then the mind says, "You see, I have told you, this is the world, this is the people, this is not good. you live in this, it's, oh my God, then the mind comes.
Spiritual
and
mind, yeah?
Yeah, spiritual mind. And somehow this acceptance and moving beyond from judgment, that it doesn't matter who says what and what is the
Exactly.
situation, somehow is just this deeper, what is the word? Compassion. Like, I'm very compassionate when someone is kind to me, but when someone is not kind to me, I'm not compassionate anymore. How can he or she comes like this, But something moved beyond this because it was very not comfortable.
Yes, being less involved in the play, less and less involved in the play. Less and less, and also in the play of, of analyzing the absolute, this, that, from this angle, from that angle, Leave it alone. It's not like even I'm giving you advice to leave it alone. It's leaving alone by itself with satsang. It's not that we will find like what to do about it, to have it always. It's just doing its job by itself. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you.
And thanks for everyone.
Thank you. Yeah, so it's like this whole self-inquiry. It is like we use at first a little bit an intellect to get what is what, like somehow to even ask the question, who am I, and all of it. But then it's just leaving this play alone, even of connecting what is what, because it's not necessary, it's done. And if you listen to this as a retreat, if you listen to these talks, it probably naturally happens for some of you. That we are really not grasping these things by our intellect, by our mind. And we are really not paying so much attention to what it does also. Even if the thoughts are highest, it's still thoughts. Even if you have enlightened highest thoughts, it's still thoughts. It still might be some excitement about it. It's still too much. Better leave it. Or some pride about it. Very subtle these things might be. Better leave it. If there is a nowhere there, I'm happy that I know. I'm really actually happy that I know. Better leave it. It's not your friend, really. It will change into naughty guy soon. The friend who will tell you, now I'm enlightened, for instance. I know everything. It's one too many. The one who says, I know nothing, I don't understand, what am I doing? Leave it also. It's also just a thought like a previous one. Any summary is not necessary. To listen to the summaries of the brain. This today actually your performances were very good. I don't know if you saw, but you reached this
Mai előadások
understanding.
csodálatosak voltak, nem tudom, hogy ti észrevettétek.
It was really beautiful what you guys did.
Nagyon szép volt.
I don't like to talk in front of so many people, but
Nem szeretek sok
the last sentence that you told now forced me to come here because I enjoy this play in the play
élvezem a
today.
játékot a játékban.
Because I saw the theater that everyone could see
A színházban.
what happens here.
Yes.
Ezáltal azt is megértettem, hogy az emberek itt látják azt, hogy mi történik valójában.
And I think that is what you wanted to tell.
Yes.
Ez az, amit szerintem te is most megfogalmaztál.
Trust what you see.
Higgy
That-
amit látsz.
That if you realize that everything is only a scene, every experience is only a scene,
Minden tapasztalás észlelhető.
and we don't get involved, and we can accept vulnerability,
A képességünket.
vulnerability,
Vulnerability.
Sebezhetőségünket,
and everything that happens to us.
és minden, ami velünk történik.
And so sometimes I'm waiting for frustration because
Néha szinte kiválunk arra, hogy
happy
végre legyünk is
about what
frusztráció.
I can understand through this frustration
Mhm.
or
Valamit megértetek ezáltal a
or
frusztráció
any
által,
kind of experience.
hogy
And it's so nice.
Great.
ez az élmény alatt.
And what I think,
Azt gondolom,
I sit here now because
hogy most
I'm always very scared
mindig nagyon meg vagyok ijedve.
sitting in front of so many people and talking about this.
And now you're sitting,
És most itt ülsz.
and it's all good.
Because
Mhm.
I talk about things like this with people, but
Beszélgetek
only-
az embereknek ezekről a dolgokról,
only between two people. Because
de csak hogyha egy privát kettesben vagyunk.
yeah, it was hard for me to understand that it is okay if somebody thinks it's not okay what I'm telling.
Vagy hogy elfogadja
So I am
azt, hogy
happy
más azt gondolja,
if you
hogy
think
nincs
this
hozzá,
as well,
tehát azért is boldog vagy,
because now I can accept it.
Great.
mert most már
So-
tudom fogadni, hogy nem érdekel, hogy más mit gondol rólam.
I came here without expectations, but
Elvárások nélkül érkeztem ide.
I always know in the last 4 years I have learned
2 évben mindig is
that any kind of inspiration that comes, that I have to go somewhere, I have to go then, because
ami megjelenik bennem, hogy oda kell, hogy menjek, annak van oka.
there is this ghost. There is something that I have to learn.
Mert ott van valami, amit meg kell még tanuljak.
And thank you for this lesson today.
Thank you.
Köszönöm a mai tanításodat.
Thank you.
Köszönöm.
Thank you everybody for the satsang today. It was really good satsang.
Én is szeretném megköszönni nektek ezt a mai szatszangot. Nagyon jó szatszang volt.
Washing away a lot.
Kitisztított egy csomó mindent.
you can feel when there is less. And you can also see that with less, bliss comes. No, Tommy?
Érzékeled, amikor kevesebb van, és amikor kevesebb van, megjelenik az áldott jel.
Yeah. It's a relief.
Ez egy megszabadulás, ez nagyon nehéz. Az elején mindent az elmével hallok. Nagyon jó példám erre.
So, I think it happened maybe a year before. I went for a certain kind of therapy, and at some point the therapist told me, he saw on my face I'm very much in a kind of loop, and he wanted to distract me. And he told me, okay, Tommy, look, just look at here, just look at here. And I realized I tried to look, and it was not about that. It was just simply putting there my attention, and I feel it's the same.
Okay.
I have seen how much effort is there in each moment. It's effort to look, but actually he's just looking. And many times when you are speak to us, I feel it's the same. Like letting go. Someone try to letting go the things, and
Someone
it's become
trying
more
it,
subtle,
letting go
subtle,
it.
subtle,
Yeah.
subtle, subtle, and yeah, at
Mm.
some point it can just really just happen.
Great.